could you start by telling us some of the misconceptions that you see in midlife?
Well, the biggest misperception about midlife is that just sex isn't important anymore. You had fun in your 20s, so doesn't really matter. Particularly if you're in a long term relationship, well, you guys are stable, you're secure, and sex isn't a priority. And if it is, what's wrong with you? I think that's one of the biggest misperceptions, which is really ironic because we actually know that in midlife, that particularly women gain so much more awareness, confidence, and willingness to assert what it is they need, want, and desire,
Yes.
which is also now there's been more social acceptability around that. People want to talk about like frequency and positions and things like that, which is all great. That's fun, but none of it really matters if outside the bedroom a person doesn't feel empowered, doesn't feel sexy, doesn't feel connected, doesn't
Right.
feel like what her needs or his needs, wants, and desires actually matter. I also think a misconception around aging is that, well, you just have to accept it. You just have to accept that your body does this, and that if your hormone levels do decrease, well, that's just part of aging, when that actually isn't the case. I think the biggest part of this is particularly women and getting hormone therapy. There was one of the worst things that medicine did was for several decades say, oh, there's a higher risk of breast cancer or other types of cancers if you do hormone treatment when you do hit perimenopause and menopause. And that's actually been completely challenged. And there's so many opportunities there for us to work with hormones so that it isn't such like a slam in the face for women. And when we address women's health, we are addressing men's health too. And I think that that's important. So I think, one, the assumptions that sex isn't important, and two, that our bodies just, this is what aging has to look like. I think that those are the two things that we all need to challenge, but also challenging it means we have to advocate for ourselves and then put pressure on the system.